Well, we have John Gunnison here from Republic Windows, and I just asked him because he was talking about he came from Colorado, and I jokingly said, did you come from Gunnison, Colorado? And you are related to that name.
Yes, I am. I'm a great-great-grand-uncle. He's my great-great-grand-uncle, the fellow that, John W. Gunnison, that founded the town.
Wow.
And I went to school there, so.
That is incredible. Yeah, I bet it was like some cow town at one time, right?
It's still a cow town.
It's still a cow town.
It's real small.
Well, it's great to have you here today.
Thank you.
And Republic Windows, you folks do a lot of business here in the village already and around Orange County and all.
Sure.
And tell me how you got started with Republic Windows, and what are some of the types of windows that you install? And
okay, well, let me if we can, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my background.
Sure.
My wife and I were married 29 years ago, and we were from Colorado originally, but when I was in Colorado, I had the opportunity to, we were building houses, and I graduated from college in 1980. And went basically into the building business at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've been doing this a long time, 35 years.
So you're a contractor?
Yeah, I've been a general contractor
Okay.
for 32 years.
Great.
And so my wife and I had an opportunity to get transferred out to California. And just after my wife and I got married, we thought we'd go out here to try it for a couple of years, and that was 28 years ago.
Wow.
So we came here and never left. We started having kids, and so my whole life and my professional life is here now.
So what changed you from being a GC to specifically concentrating on windows?
Well, after building 4,000 dwelling units in 32 cities in 3 states, I got kind of tired of the building business. Banks and borrowing money and trying to build houses, and so I saw a specialty niche, windows. Everybody seems to need windows. And so we started specializing in windows and doors, and we do an awful lot of work, adjunct work, by filling up holes or making new windows where there aren't any. And so Republic does a number of things, but we've been here licensed for 23 years, and so we've had a pretty good run, and we're pretty successful actually. Yeah.
So what type of windows do you offer? I know. Most people I think double pane is probably about the only kind you can get today. I know I think there's triple pane out there and well, but
yeah, we specialize in that.
Is there even single pane anymore?
No, there's no more single pane. No, single pane's gone. In fact, you have to pay more for single pane now.
Do you really?
Yeah, because it costs more to make it. Because it has to be made as a one-off.
Okay.
But we are not a manufacturer. We buy windows from a manufacturer. We're called a dealer. And there's a lot of dealers around, but we pride ourselves in having been here for 23 years and been licensed, bonded, and insured. And we've done a lot of work in Laguna Woods, and as well as all the other areas around Los Angeles and Orange County. But the windows that we specialize in, or the windows that we actually purchase, Plygem, Simonton, or the PLYGEM, Plygem windows and Simonton windows. They're the oldest companies. They're north of 70 years old, and I don't want to represent companies that aren't going to be in business.
Right.
Those are some of the windows we see here. So, but yeah, and we present a product to our patio doors, exterior doors, back doors. So we try to take care of the exterior of the house by sealing it up and making sure that it's more energy efficient, and so you don't have a lot of problems with air infiltration, dust.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, I coined the phrase environmental change. And it's not just an energy efficiency. It's not just sun rays coming in the glass, the reflectivity of the glass itself, but it's an entire environmental change, because some windows don't even work or open.
Right.
And then some windows, are they've lost their weather stripping. Yeah. And so you're basically turning your air conditioning on, and it's really going right out the windows.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not kidding when you can go out and lick your lips, put your lips real close to the window with the air conditioning on, and you can feel the wind coming out the windows. So we try to make sure that people understand that by changing their windows, it's not just one thing, not just energy efficiency. You decrease sound by about 40%. You have less energy going out, less cold coming in, or vice versa.
Right.
So we take pride in making sure that we take care of that for people. I also, after 32 years in the business, you're wondering if you could stay interested in making sure that you're still smiling in what you're doing. I still get a vibrant thrill out of putting a new window in a person's house. All the caulking joints are done perfectly. It's trimmed really well. The exterior looks great. So I really like that, and it still gives me a real thrill. So I
have a question about the window styles themselves, and you mentioned they're double pane, obviously, but do you offer? I know usually nowadays there's 3 different styles. There's vinyl clad, and there's even double pane wood.
Yeah.
I know probably in the village here, most people are going to use vinyl
The
windows.
vinyl, yeah. People have really gone away from the clad wood because the moisture gets inside of the clad,
right,
and you still have to paint it, you still have to maintain it. The vinyl windows are terrific because you can go out with a hose and wash them off, wipe them down with a rag, it's done. And you don't ever have any problems with painting, maintenance, and they slide well, they work well, and they really seal very well. So the vinyl window product today is at least expensive. The windows that you mentioned with wood clad or Fibrex or a solid fiberglass window, they're twice as expensive, and they're no more energy efficient, and they don't work any better.
Okay, so, I know maybe some people like back east who have big traditional Cape Cod homes, they want something like that.
Of course they do, but here in the West,
yeah,
people are moving to vinyl windows because they're so easy to maintain.
Oh yeah, yeah, they definitely are. And again, in the village here, I think more likely than not, people are going to want white, but do you offer other colors?
Yeah, you can.
There's
some
some standard ones.
There's 8 or 10 standard colors.
Okay.
That you can get. I don't know whether they'll accept colored windows here.
Yeah, I think there's
some that there are, and there's some that aren't.
I'm not sure myself.
We have a commercial. We were running a commercial here, and the people that are actually in the commercial are customers of ours, Mr. Hightower and his wife. And so if anybody needs a reference, he agreed to let anybody know that wants to know about what we've done here. So
let's talk about installation of these, and what you're basically doing is, unless it's new construction somewhere, of course you're kind of retrofitting there. And how do you do that? I mean, what I've seen sometimes, that the old aluminum frame still stays in, and you kind of go over that.
Yeah.
Do you subcontract your labor?
No.
And tell us about the bonding of your employees, and what kind of safeguards do you give to the
Well, first of all of our employees or all the people that work for me are employees. They pay taxes, and that's important to me. Integrity is important to me. I want to make sure that I have guys working for me now 16, 17 years. They didn't have families. They weren't married when they started with me, and now they have families. They're in high school. So, but the installation process is simple, but you need to know what you're doing in order to make sure that it's done right. But we remove the internal pieces of the windows. We vacuum out the frames, but the frames do stay in. We clean the frames up, and then we use that as the waterproofing adhesion, so that when I put the window in, we caulk our window to that the window. And I might add that every job that we do, I come and measure personally, because I've put 20,000 windows in with my own hands over 30 years.
Wow.
So I'm probably one of the only owners that probably has done that. But the point is, I go out to every job, I'll meet every customer, and I think it's important. There's Mr. Hightower there on the screen. So,
and you can look in here, obviously, but people may not realize this. You do sliders.
Oh yeah, we do patio doors. We do front doors.
Oh, you do front doors.
We actually do entry doors, and we'll do back doors, garage entry doors.
Okay.
We do a number of things.
Oh wow. Okay.
And we'll also, if somebody didn't want the patio door, we'll build up the patio door and put a window in it, and then do all the stucco work and drywall. And finish.
And I want to make sure everyone who's watching, make sure you get your proper permits from the city and from your particular HOA that you're in, whether you're in 30 United, right?
Absolutely.
That's very important. It's also important here. You got some deals here. You got your Republic Bucks here. Tell us about this.
Well, we this community is, money's important to everybody, and we decided that if you're in Laguna, we don't offer this to anybody, but to anybody else outside Laguna Woods, but we decided we'd give Republic Bucks. I created a special discount coupon that they can go out on lagunawoods.com. That's lagunawoodswindows.com.
Okay.
And they can click on that and pull up a $200 special discount coupon.
Great.
Present that at the time of the windows. And one of the other things we do is our window pricing is very transparent. We publicize it, so there's no gimmicks or games when my salespeople or me comes into the house. We're pretty set on our pricing. So unless the window gets incredibly large or there's a huge space that we need to fill up that's bigger than a normal window, our prices are pretty static. So having a discount coupon is just another $200. It's just another way to
That's great.
to give back a little bit, I think.
And I might add that you also can put in several windows at a great price as well. It's usually done in
My
like a
8
day or
windows,
two, right?
what's on the commercial is 8 windows installed for $32.90 plus tax.
Yeah.
So it basically comes out to $440 a window, and then there's set prices for a 6-foot or an 8-foot or a 10-foot patio door.
Very
So,
good.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. So
And mostly it's done in one day, am I right?
every job's done in one day.
Every job. Wow.
Every job. Because we're scheduled up so much during the next couple of days, we're usually scheduled out for 10 days. So if we don't get the job done the day before, it'll really cause problems in our schedule.
Okay.
So we need to make sure every job's done. So no matter how
Great.
many windows are there, we'll put as many people as we need to get done every day.
Well, John, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
You have a great business, and I can see your passion, and obviously because of your background as a general contractor, I think that's really important because
do
you
too.
see beyond just the window.
I tell people I have X-ray vision. I've seen so many houses without drywall.
I thought you-
I know what's going on.
As they say, no wall is perfectly straight.
No
right?
one, none of them. So.
I want to give you a number here. It's on
Sure.
the screen. It might be a little hard to see, but 949-462-9190, lagunawoodswindows.com. And John will come out and personally measure.
I'll
He
be
said
there.
that.
I'll be
Good to
there.
meet you, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Take
Thank you.
care. We'll be right back.